Hey, let's play Pain Train. This is Homeless Poster.
This is Jackson.
And we're going to continue our low, no death run of Super Mario World 3. And this brings us straight to the water level. The biggest fuck you in any Mario game. Yeah, just like that. That right there sums up the entirety of World 3.
This is basically what you're going to be seeing for the next, how many, what, 6, 7 levels?
Well, not only 6, 7 levels, probably the next 6, 7 videos. We have not had a tremendous amount of luck with navigating the water environments. The problem is that, you know, in this game they intentionally coded Mario and Luigi to move about as accurately as a 67 Oldsmobile in the water without the frog suit. And because we're denying ourselves power-ups, then we don't actually get to use that, so...
Well, now, to Luigi and Mario's credit, they're much better swimmers than I am.
Oh yeah? How well do you swim? I feel
well,
like there's a joke in
for one, I have to take breaths.
Yeah, I guess that's interesting, because if you think about it, you know, Sonic, the original Sonic the Hedgehog, I believe, was out prior to this game, and even that gave a nod to the fact that mammals generally don't do so well underwater, excluding dolphins and whales, I guess.
Yeah, but they still have blowholes, they still have to breathe.
Well, right, but they can be under there longer. I guess it's a moot point. We're coming up on World 3-2, and this has been an absolute stonewall for he and I as far as the conditions on our playthrough go. Unfortunately, you're supposed to ride these platforms throughout the course, but in our experience, the jumping fish will often come right up at your feet at the bottom of the platform, which normally if you're playing the game isn't a huge deal, but for what we're doing, it kills the fish, thus invalidating the conditions on the challenge. In addition to that, if you try and then jump around the fish as you ride the platform, it gets a little bit tricky. One thing that we kind of stumbled on pretty much by accident was that there's a very, very small margin of error for the water at the bottom of this level, and you can actually swim, and the fish will miss you, and you will not swim off the bottom of the screen.
Well,
but we haven't had super duper luck with this. The thing is, the fish always come in twos. Oh gosh. Oh, thank the Lord. We have made... Oh my gosh. I was gonna be like, you gotta be kidding me. Now there's one flopping on the ground, I run into it. Okay, so we successfully made it through World 3-2. That was a huge stonewall for he and I, so this is a huge relief off our backs now.
cool, now let's see how the rest of the world actually goes.
Right, alternatively, now you have to play the rest of the world.
Alright.
Oh, even better.
Yeah,
I remember this world. So now the big fish will eat you, so you really can't swim across the bottom. And the small fish will still try and jump into you, which isn't a huge problem in terms of dying, but it's a huge problem in terms of trying not to kill the fish. And you got the flipping platforms now too, neat.
I ain't scared of no flipping
Regular
platforms.
Troopas. Oh, stomp the Troopa. You got a big gulp on that one.
So I'll use my first continue.
There we go. Fortunately, he hadn't previously beat any of the levels on this course, so it's not going to lock us out of anything. And with 10 lives, I'm feeling pretty confident that we can get through a couple of areas here without having to backtrack too much.
You would think so, right?
You would think so.
Whoa.
Oh! You gotta be kidding me.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. A lot of the fish in this one just kind of jump off the bottom of the screen, and if you didn't know that they were coming for you, there's really no good way to prevent them from running into you. Now, I do believe that the mushroom house on the upper left corner of the map that we're passing actually contains, damn it, actually contains a frog suit. So again, you could feasibly use the frog suit to shortcut this level. Although I think now, and now we get to do a Hammer Brothers, so you're going right back to World 3-3, bro.
Awesome.
Let's see, I forget what the Hammer Brothers do on these ones. Oh, there's just water. And I said it like, oh, there's just water, like,
No big deal.
Yeah, that was a complete wreck. I don't know what I was supposed to do there. I think because I'm small Mario, my head is always under the water, so I never get the traction that you would normally get on the ground. I believe if you're big Mario or big Luigi, then because you stand up, you can actually navigate that, but boy, hopefully you'll just beat this and we won't have to find out. Yeah, in addition to the fish jumping at you, now you've got a big fish that will swallow you. And I believe even if you're big Mario or, you know, you got to power up, he'll still swallow you whole.
Yeah,
doesn't stop him from doing that. Wow, look at that. Managed not to nail the Koopa this time. I think you'll actually be okay at this point, though, as long as you stay on these upper bricks. Oh, and then, of course, you gotta be kidding me, as we say that. And now I get to deal with the Water Hammer Brother again. Looks like World 3 is going to make this challenge a lot more difficult than the first two worlds would have indicated. Okay, I think I'm off to a good start, because they actually didn't, one of them didn't start on the ground. Okay, there we go. The The problem last time was that with one of them starting on the ground, you can never really get the momentum to safely get over to them, which obviously proved fatal for us. But now we've got that Koopa out of the way, I'm feeling really confident that this attempt on World 3-3 is going to go just the way we want it to.
You think that was what was hindering us?
I really think that we're gonna leverage on the success. We're gonna build on the momentum.
Was the two Hammer Bros?
It was the two Hammer Bros. They were intimidating you a little bit. You were getting a little bit scared.
This guy's gonna jump into me.
But look at that. You expertly avoid... Oh.
Except for the one that... the other one that jumps into me.
His buddy that was waiting for you. He's like, oh, you thought you got over me, huh? Not so fast. Alright, I haven't actually gotten to take a stab at this level for a little bit, so hopefully we'll be a little bit more successful here. If I was watching Dan, it looks like just running and jumping is... You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me.
Well, it works to some extent.
Yeah, you just can't hit that question block or that music note block. Which is always weird to me as a kid, too. They have the music note blocks
I never understood the
Yeah, they
point
obviously like bounce you around, they give you a little bit more height. They didn't actually make like a different sound though, or jumping on the game didn't like make a game's audio,
yeah,
go up or down.
You figure it'd be like a musical note or something like that. But
right, like it would serve some function other than just being an art asset. Okay, so far so good. Next up is the spinning blocks.
I'm scared of the spinning blocks. Those are the least of my worries.
Yeah, it's really just the fish jumping in and out of the water that are the hardest thing to deal with here.
And
getting eaten by the giant fish.
I'm trying to avoid the Koopa.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not going too smoothly. We are going to have to edit the hell out of this. So, in other news, it turns out that a lot of the more recent Mario games that have come out... Whoa! Oh, man.
Wow.
Alright. I snatched victory from the jaws of defeat on that one. Alright, there we are. I think that the real challenge here is not until you get to the point where the water, or where the platforms finally... You gotta be joking with me. Finally go below the water level.
Alright. Last live.
Again, you haven't actually cleared any of the zones yet, so we're not in too bad of a shape. Now the joke would be if you clear this zone and then immediately die in the next zone.
That guy.
Okay.
Like that guy.
Yeah. I guess you're kind of lucky that the giant fish can't eat the mushroom and turn into an even more giant fish.
I'd be okay with that.
I'm thinking something like Raphael the Raven out of the Yoshi's Island, where he's just a giant dude that takes up most of the screen. We get that okay, we get that okay. Boy, I guess you gotta give them credit for trying, though. I mean, they did not intend for anybody to play through the game like this. It's funny because I remember watching a lot of the Super Mario World videos and thinking, oh, it can't be that bad. And apparently it really is.
I didn't realize that platform went lower than the water level.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Fortunately, I didn't even make it that far. Alright, 6 lives. This is the good one right here. Oh, this is the good one right here. Let's do it. Alright, so we'll go quickly. Avoid that. Jump over the music block. Jump over the Koopa. Next platform. Jump over him. Wait for the spinning block. I think I got this down. Next block. Scroll it over. Let the Koopa get on the screen. Jump. You know, and it's funny, like a habit I picked up as a kid, and I'm sure a lot of other people have had this too if they've been playing video games for the majority of their life. You tend to kind of lean, or, you know, like you get up a little bit higher in your seat when you're trying to make a jump.
I don't do that, actually.
You don't?
Nope.
Nobody can see me doing this, but I am squeezing for every inch. Okay.
Wow.
Alrighty. I think the big fish still comes... Nope, not back in this area. Is there something that's going to intercept me? No? Okay. Woo. So, it looks like World 3 is going to be a little bit of a challenge in terms of our Mario skills. Oh, and cool. So Dan's going to actually get to play through the little concentration-style minigame, or memory-style minigame that they included in this format.
It should be fun.
Yeah, basically, there's all of these 18 different cards, and if you flip over to the matching ones, you get that power-up. For our purposes, it's kind of a moot point, as we're not using the power-ups. But as a kid, it was always a really handy way to get some extra power-ups to the different levels. I gotta believe there's only so many configurations that they've loaded into this game. It's not a truly randomized card game.
No.
Because I seem to remember as a kid, there were certain combinations that you could click that would almost always reward you with a actual successful match. Now this level, I believe, the different pipes take you to, and the different doors drop you in different parts of the dungeon.
I believe so.
But I really don't recall like which one is the correct one.
Great.
I think at least that's the pipe that you go back out of, right? I want to say it's almost like not the last one, but it's the one right before the end.
Second to last one?
I
think you might be
the
right.
last one drops you in the water again. 2, 3. Gotta get closer to the thwomp. There we go. Yeah, so here you guys can see, too.
Whoa.
Not only Dan getting flattened by the thwomp, but...
Thwomp didn't even wait for me.
Yeah, no, he went right back for you. Also, the ghosts, once you've moved the screen far enough for them to see you, even if you scroll the screen back across, they don't stop moving. They can continue to hunt you. That was always weird for me as a kid, because you'd think that you'd get past them. You'd stop paying attention to the direction that they had previously come from, and then all of a sudden there's a Boo Diddley stabbing you in the butt. So, you know, another thing that I noticed too about these dungeons is that a lot of these dungeons actually have a lot of undead stuff, whether it's the ghosts or the zombie Koopa Troopas. There's a lot of stuff that's dead in these castles.
What did you expect to find in a dungeon?
You know, I almost wonder if, like, there's this, like, population of, like, very friendly and well-behaved Koopas, and these castles were actually their holdouts. Okay, it wasn't the second to last one. It's not the last one. Bowser, you know, put the offer to him, hey, you gotta help me kidnap Peach, or I'm gonna go ahead and put you to the sword. And they all valiantly decided that, nah, you know what? We're not gonna side with you. And then even in undeath, they managed to serve him.
I think you put way more thought into this than anybody involved in this game did.
I always want there to be a story. Like, I always want there to be more to it. Okay, so that was the door that I tried previously.
If you're looking for a story,
Mario, probably not the best.
Mario's probably not the best avenue to get that.
Alright, so I believe, so I tried that door. It looks like this door on the right would take me to a power block. Holy moly. Made it. Okay, that door now. Not even close. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of exploring here and see precisely where it is that we're supposed to end up, because to be honest, I don't recall. Alright, so that door...
So the second door?
You would think that, but I gotta believe it's not that easy.
Yeah.
I do remember on this level, as a kid, actually dying quite a bit because the clock ran out of time. So this is the second door. That was not right. I remember dying quite a bit because the clock ran out of time, as opposed to, you know, any other actual challenge, whether it's hitting enemies or getting flattened by the thwomps, that kind of stuff. Alright, I think I'm just going to have to brute force this one. Order of elimination. So you tried the first door, that wasn't right. We tried the second door, that wasn't right. Third door? No, but I'm getting warmer.
Seemed close.
Now that's assuming, I guess, that the game actually goes sequentially.
It doesn't.
I think that they're just randomly assigned. Alright, let's see if we can do this fourth door. We got the thwomps fallen. Done with you. Get the ghosts. So is this the fourth door?
Yeah, feeling good about the fourth door.
Nope. Okay.
It's the same door you just came out of, too.
Yeah, that's the most frustrating part, I think, is that they don't actually align to any actual door. I guess this is actually probably pretty reminiscent, again, of the original Super Mario Brothers, where in the later castles, you would actually have multiple high, middle, and low paths you could take, and the world would just repeat endlessly if you didn't pick the right one. Okay.
Nope.
So that's not that one, but that wasn't the worst pick. So this is 5? Yeah, there we are.
The last door in the bunch?
No, it's not the last door. It's the 5th door, for reasons that aren't obvious. I guess it's really one of those things, too, where unless you just... Oh, my gosh.
Got
He's
flying boom boom.
now. Is he going to ground pound me, or...
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do here? Oh, okay.
Wait for the
I get it. I seem to remember that, like, he would be more like a thwomp and, like, actually just come straight down on top of you, as opposed to being kind of the sun and swooping at an angle. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha, there we go.
Well played.
Yeah. So, fortunately, I think we're, what, 4 worlds into this now? Hopefully we'll, not have too many more goof-ups like that. Removes the lock on the map. I still wonder what that question was supposed to be. I can't believe that they actually intended for it to be a question.
I think we'll go ahead and end the, first half of this video here.
That is embarrassing. It took us that long to beat 4 levels, but I agree. It's probably a good run at this point.
And then we'll see you guys later.
See you later.